So I don't know how many of you were born before the year 2000. If you were, I know you're tired. I'm tired of the world. I just want to live in peace. Hit that like button if you do as well. We just want to live a normal life. But the world is crazy. Watch until the very end of this video because I've lined it all up. This is going to be a great episode, all right? And if you're brand new here, consider subscribing. You don't have to, but it really helped me out. Enjoy this episode.
Y2K, 9/11, Hurricane Katrina and Sandy, H1N1 swine flu, the DC sniper, anthrax, monkeypox, bird flu, mad cow disease, the 2008 financial crisis, over 1,000 school shootings the year 2000, the January 6th attack, Spanish flu, Ebola, groceries unaffordable, rent and housing unaffordable, health insurance unaffordable, summers are getting hotter, winters are getting colder, aliens have been confirmed to be real, the Deepwater Horizon oil spill, Afghanistan, Iraq, and Russian and Ukraine war, SARS, Zika virus, Malaysian Airlines flights that disappeared, the Maui wildfires that were never explained, the opioid epidemic, Flint water crisis, COVID-19, the world is being run by evil billionaires and politicians, and now World War III.
The worst part about that video, he didn't get everything, did he? We are all living... Sorry about that. Just coughed something up. I'll cut that out. You know what? He didn't miss... You know the worst part about that video? He didn't miss anything, did he? You know the worst part about that video? He didn't get everything, did he? There were things he missed. We're all living in survival mode, aren't we? We really are. So, I don't know about you. I'm just tired. I just want to live a normal life.
Знаете, я уже общался и с одним президентом США, и с другим, и с третьим. Президенты приходят и уходят, а политика не меняется. Знаете почему? Потому что очень сильна власть бюрократии. Вот человека избрали, он приходит с одними идеями, к нему приходят люди с кейсами, хорошо одетые и в темных, как у меня, костюмах, но только не с красным галстуком, а с черным или с темно-синим. И начинают объяснять, как нужно делать. И все сразу меняется, понимаете? Это происходит от одной администрации к другой.
Очень сильное желание заморозить существующее положение, несправедливое положение вещей в международных делах. Они привыкли столетиями набивать брюхо человеческой плотью, а карманы деньгами. Но они должны понять, что бал вампиров заканчивается.
So I found a lot of clips of Putin talking about the elites, and you know, people told me that he isn't in the files either. So he could have been warning us about this for ages. And like what he said there was very interesting, wasn't it? He said, soon as people get brought in and elected, the same type of people in black suits turn up and say, this is how things are done, mate. This is how things are done. Don't try and make a difference, mate. All right? We know about that bloke who made free fuel for cars in plastic. Yeah, he's gone, mate. Don't even think about bringing him in. This is how you're going to do it.
The music used to be tuned to 432.
We talk about hurts all the time. Please don't hurt me.
We're going deep, baby.
Don't talk about it. Because we literally, yeah.
The Nazis,
Yeah.
for their propaganda programs, tuned it to 440 because it was more applicable to, I forget the exact wording, but it made your brain more susceptible to iconography or to
Brainwashing. Propaganda,
Yeah.
brainwashing,
to
manipulation.
suggestion, I think is the word I was looking for. And so now we tune all our music to 440 because of that.
It's also a little bit irritating to the body.
Yeah.
And
Intentionally so.
Intentionally so.
Yeah.
I was in the studio a long time ago, and I was like, I would like to tune all my stuff to, what's the right number?
432.
432. And they're like, oh, we can't. It would take too many dials and stuff.
Yeah.
And it would all sound out of tune to people.
Yeah.
But that is
Interesting.
real.
Well, because actually, I know that does make sense now, because you can't tune, like, you can't melodyne to 432.
You
You
cannot.
can't do that. You can't auto-tune to
You have to
432.
you have to sing the whole song,
Yeah.
and then change it, and then change each thing into it.
Yeah.
Which is I can't.
Yeah.
Well, that's
strange. It's very
further
strange.
proof of the manipulation. We often talk about how we think we're so free,
We're not free.
and we're not. We're very controlled.
Man, I don't know if a lot of you know the artist XXX Tentacion or Tentacion. I liked his music. I think he was a super talented guy. He was talking about this. He was talking about the hertz and the frequencies they're putting in music.
What's the point of music? I don't know. It's not always to have fun. Sometimes it's to help people find themselves, because music is frequency programming. What frequency are you being fed? So I was playing with frequency. I was playing with equalizers. I figured out that hertz is to understand the frequency vibration, right? Kilohertz, megahertz. If I play with those frequencies, right, I can target certain parts of the mind, and I can literally, like, if I want you to astral project, right? Or if I want you to go to sleep, or if I want you to go into a meditative state, I can make my music do that.
It's just crazy, isn't it? Do any of you think what the world would be like if it was just good and normal? You know, a lot of you know I just want to, you know, do YouTube full time, get my wife out of the city into the countryside and home grow some stuff, get some chickens, home grow things, you know, raise a family. I just want a normal life. Take a look at this. This is crazy. Jim Carrey posted this on Instagram, on his official Instagram, by the way. What does that say to you? Not me. And he's drew an arrow to his nose, right? I think he was warning us. I really do think that. I think Jim knew what was going on. Now, take a look at this next photo and you'll see why he circled the nose. This image, this is the Jim Carrey we all saw. Look at the nose. Look how different that is. It's just, I think 99% of us know that wasn't Jim Carrey that turned up at the awards. And since then, it's gone silent. So leave your comments down below about it. Do you think Jim is still out there, the real Jim? It could be a publicity stunt, could be promoting the new Mask movie. There's tons of theories out there, but leave yours down below.
I was a freeloader because I would not sign the billion-year contract to work for them and their organization.
The billionaire contract?
Billion-year contract.
Billion year?
Years. A billion years. That was their contract that they presented to the members that are in their organization. And they wanted me to sign it, and I was like, absolutely not.
But what does that entail?
You're there for life. That's what it entails. You don't leave. They believe in reincarnation. So when you die, or they call it dropping your body, when you drop this body, you come back and you keep fulfilling your obligation to them for a billion years, which is absurd. And I understood that at 13, and I was like, yeah, no, I don't think I want to do it. So they said, either you sign this or you get out. And so I've been on my own since I was 13.
Your mother let you leave?
Walk right out the door, down the steps, down the sidewalk, didn't say a word.
Wait, hold on, I'm getting emotional right now.
Yeah.
You're a 13-year-old girl, not even a woman. You're a 13-year-old girl, and you leave the Scientology building.
Yeah, but I had a little backpack that had my clothes in it. That's all I had.
Now, before we get into what you did after that, do you remember some of the practices that they had you do during your time there?
Yes, I do. The crazy thing is, the overall goal of their organization is pretty positive. They want to clear the world of negativity. That's the overall goal, to clear the planet, not the world, the planet. In order to clear the planet, that means every individual on planet Earth would have to be a Scientologist or a Sea Org member. Two different things. A Scientologist is when you just go and take the courses. There are a lot of celebrities that are Scientologists. Tom Cruise is a Scientologist. Dougie Fresh, Scientologist. Didn't know that, did you?
I didn't know that.
It's a lot of celebrities that are Scientologists. However, when you join the Sea Org is when you sign the billion-year contract to work for them forever. And that's a whole different ballgame. So, yeah.
Man, I didn't know Scientology was that deep. Let me know down below if you want me to watch more videos here. I did not know it was like a cult and like you had to sign a billion-year contract. That's crazy. I mean, I've seen videos of people going in the doors, they close. So like Scientology get buildings, they go in the building, they close the door behind them, they don't let them out. Like, I've seen stuff like that, but I didn't know it was that I've never heard of that before. This is the McDonald's CEO, and I know you've probably seen the video of him eating, it wasn't a Big Mac, it was some other burger. This is his new video of him trying the chicken burger. Guess what he does? He doesn't even eat it. In the first video that went super viral, he took the smallest bite out of that burger. Look what he does now. This is the CEO of McDonald's not eating his own food.
Am I literally the only person who caught this when he spits out the chicken sandwich? Look, scoop and swoop. Really? Everyone's talking about that tiny little bite he took out of the burger, but look, he spits out the chicken sandwich. Scoop, spit, swoop. Didn't even eat it.
You know, I quit McDonald's a long time ago, but when you see the CEO not eating his own product, that's a red flag, mate.
So this is a cool find that a carpenter found in a house he was working on. It says, note, with the date 9/29/1975, and an arrow pointing up to a little notch there in the wood. Now, upon inspection, he can see there's a bottle down there with something in it. Yes, you guessed it. It's the bottle containing the note that the sign is talking about. Now let's see what that note says, which is pretty cool. And it reads, to whoever finds this, September 29th, 1975, today. My name is Stephanie Heron. I live here with my mother, Father Ernest, Becky, and Valerie. Gerald Ford is president. Mrs. Lay is our neighbor. Mom is pregnant and the baby is due any day now. As far as we know, this house was made in 1872. We are remodeling the house. The Illinois Central Railroad is on the west side of the house. We have lived here for 8 years. My dad works for the Chicago Northwestern Railroad. Green Valley has about 650 people. I'm 14, Val is 16, and Becky is 12. I hope you have lots of happiness in this house. Steph. P.S. My mother's name is Rose Heron. She is a registered nurse. She works at Hopedale Nursing Home. She was born in Nebraska. She is a very good mother. Ha! That's very cool.
Fair play to that girl. She was smarter than me. I couldn't ride a bicycle till I was 15, and she's leaving notes in the wall. So some people just better than others, aren't they? But that reminds me, you know, when you find stuff we don't expect it. I found my missing tooth in the back of my brother's head. Exactly. I was looking for that thing forever. 2 years later, me and my brother went and had our teeth scanned, and the person said, this might sound weird, but that missing tooth is in the back of your brother's head, mate. So, man, I should have kept it. Anyway, now you know.
Not me accidentally finding the Denver airport back rooms. Like, this just keeps going on and on. The ceilings are all so low. Like, what the hell? Okay. And it keeps going. Yo, where the am I? Like, okay, this says that there's a gate right there. But there's literally nothing right here. This airport is just so weird.
So a lot of employees commented on that video from Denver Airport saying that the place is like haunted. A lot of weird things happen there. People go missing. You know, they've heard weird, scary voices come through the announcers. People are very creeped out with that one particular airport. Who knows? Very strange, though. I wouldn't be catching any flights there anytime soon.
Boy, wait till you hear what the commander said about why we're in this war and what to do. Tell us about it, yes.
All right, so let's give you the high points. This is from Jonathan Larson's report. He says, a combat unit commander told non-commissioned officers at a briefing Monday that the Iran war is part of God's plan and that President Donald Trump was anointed by Jesus to light the signal fire in Iran to cause Armageddon and mark his return to Earth. And that is according to a non-commissioned officer. So we'll talk more about whatever that even means later. But between Saturday and Monday, more than 110 complaints had been logged by the Military Religious Freedom Foundation, or the MRFF, regarding the rhetoric about commanders in every branch of military. The complaints were widespread across more than 40 different units across roughly 30 military installations. And according to one report, The non-commissioned officer wrote to the MRFF that their commander urged us to tell our troops that this was all part of God's divine plan, and he specifically referenced numerous citations out of the book of Revelation, referring to Armageddon and the imminent return of Jesus Christ. And it is very understandable that all of this is coming directly from the top, because Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth has enshrined evangelical Christianity at the uppermost levels of the U.S. military, airing monthly prayer meetings throughout the Pentagon. Last year, the Pentagon confirmed to Larson that Hegseth attends a weekly White House Bible study, and it's led by a preacher who says that God commands America to support Israel. And these are the people, again, who are running our country and running our military, and these are the things that they believe.
To be honest, I don't buy that. I really don't. I think that's a way that they will blame Christianity, blame Christians, and then that can give them the excuse to persecute them. I think that. All right? So if you've got faith, if you're a Christian, Catholic, Orthodox, Protestant, whatever, it doesn't matter. We got to hold the line. We got to be unified as one and hold the line. All right? Because we're living in crazy times right now. I'll be interested to hear your comments, though, down below.
This aired on Adult Swim in October 2018, and it's one of the most disturbing commercials that I've ever seen. And they call it art, surrealism, just visuals. But look at the layout. 3 figures with triangle heads. Triangles are seen as a hierarchy, direction, control. That's almost a ceremony shape. And then the baby is treated more like a offering, taken down and then returned as something that looks demonic. And that's the oldest storyline in ritual imagery. Death, transformation, rebirth. Here's what gets me. They're showing it all over TV. You're supposed to accept it. Now watch the middle figure again. This is the part that most people miss, because once you clock it, it stops feeling like art.
Is it really a TV show at this point? It's just crazy how stuff like this is just everywhere. Once you see it once, you can see it in so many things. I will never forget it. When I was 16, I had a good friend of mine come to my house and he sat me down and he said, Ben, look at all the symbols in all the Disney movies. In all your childhood movies, watch this. And I said, oh, mate, you're a proper, conspiracy theorist. And anyway, we sat down, had a can of Coke, and he showed me. And I left. When he left my house, I was like traumatized because I was like, man, I've been lied to my whole life.
Quite a few people have been talking about this recently, but many of us may have been experimented on at a young age without ever knowing. This was around the early 2000s, where many people specifically remember being a part of a program called GATE, which stands for Gifted and Talented Education. And according to people who were a part of this program, they were separated from their main class, taken to a windowless or dim-lit room, and made to do different tasks like solving puzzles and hearing different frequencies through headphones. Now, there's a couple reasons why people are suspicious of this program in the first place. For starters, although the class was meant to be for students who were above average academically, most of the people who were actually in the program recall only having average grades compared to some of their peers who were not involved in the program. On top of that, while much of the curriculum was just normal puzzles, many people recall being asked to do seemingly impossible tasks like guessing numbers, shapes, or objects that were covered up or just out of view. This led to a lot of speculation about the classes, with many people believing that the program was created by a government agency in order to find children with supernatural-like abilities. Some people went even further, stating that they may have been looking for people with supernatural abilities in order to shut them down to prevent future threats, or that they were trying to recruit them, do more tests on them, and see how they can use that power for themselves.
So comment down below if you remember anything about the GATE program. I don't remember. I spent my whole time in the the dumbass set. That's where I was, sat at the back just playing on a laptop. But I wonder, it does make me think, I wonder if there's some genius kids out there that got like recruited to work in some like top secret science labs, or even like Area 51. You can't apply to work there. They handpick their staff. How do they know? How do they know if someone's like can work at the most top secret place in the world? Because you can get someone that's academically smart enough, but then can you get someone who's trustworthy enough? I don't even know what I just said there, but you know what I mean? How do they know? So before you all go, I want to leave you with a great quote that I read today. And it says, I don't believe in revenge because people with ugly hearts eventually ruin their own lives all on their own. And that is true, you know. We can't hold hate for people. We have to try and let it go. And I think it takes true strength to forgive rather than hate. I think strength comes from forgiveness. People that are strong-willed people are the ones that forgive. When it's easy to hate and easy to be angry, but you've got to choose your own peace over your feelings. Because hating someone and being so angry towards someone and holding on to it will control your life, you know. All of us want peace. I think deep down, all of us want that. We want to feel love and peace. You know, peace and love, man. It's like that. And I think forgiveness is the strongest part of that. I didn't have the bravery to forgive. It took me 20 years to forgive someone, you know. And I thank God for that all the time. For giving me the strength to forgive. For giving me the bravery to forgive. Because people perceive forgiveness as weakness, but it's strength. You know? Like, I heard a great quote. It said, boys do what they want, men do what they must. And I feel like, and this applies to all people, I really feel like we must forgive to attain peace, not hate. And forgiveness doesn't establish a relationship. Forgiveness establishes peace and to allow yourself to let go of whatever happened, because we can't change it. And I know a lot of people watching this video might have hate towards someone or something. You need to let it go. Because think about it, you have two options. If you just try and forgive, right, you can get on with your life. Or you can hate that person forever. It won't change anything. It won't change a single thing. It won't. All you're doing is destroying yourself. So try and work towards that if you can. You know, try and chase that. Forgiveness isn't weakness, it's strength. Alright? So I wanted to leave that with you. Try and let go of hate and anger. And I was the most angry and hateful man I knew. And I'm trying to not be that person anymore. And I've more peace now than I ever felt. Because I've been chasing to be a better man and to forgive. I didn't know forgiveness was that freeing. So I hope you can have the bravery to do that as well. Alright? And I'll see you all again tomorrow. I'll see you then.